Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad skirts and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glares of bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And let's do the starting lineups. We'll begin with Hilton Head Christian Academy. Number 3, Dylan Sampson. Number 4, DJ Janvier. Number 10, Harrison Skinner. Number 12, Elijah White. And number 22, Alex Epstein. Head coach, Mike Cordella. And now the lineup for your Hilton Head Prep Dolphins. Number 3, Jason Britsky. Number 4, Ben Fry. Number 12, Connor Campbell. Number 13, Billy Barron. And number 14, Brendan Moore. Head coach, Richard Barron. Let's play basketball.
We welcome you to Hilton Head Prep, Coach Basirico Court for the Guys Game of the Week, brought to you by Summit Services here in 2024. Marcus Walsh, Kevin Libby, Larry Jacomont, and Jeremy Pope with you as we are underway. Hilton Head Prep in the white, HHCA in the blue. Hilton Head Prep controlled the tip. They're working it on the outside in, driving inside, putting that one up, getting it to go is number 12, Connor Campbell. He's starting along with Billy Barron, Brendan Moore, Jason Bridgke, and Ben Fry. On the other side for Hilton Head Christian Academy is the ball stolen, and Campbell's got it. It goes Dylan Sampson, Dorian Janvier, Harrison Skinner, Elijah White, and Alex Epstein. Marcus Walsh, Kevin Libby, Larry Jacomont, Jeremy Pope again with you. We hope to be joined by a special guest in the second quarter. Caleb, great to see you, and welcome back to Guys Basketball here in 2024 as Connor Campbell delivers on 3. A three-point play brought to you by Court Lifestyle Pros. Let us lead you home.
5-0 Marcus, soup's on. Let's cook it up good.
Man, going inside, putting that one up, getting it to go is number 12. Well done on the other side by Elijah White, the 6'4 senior. And Connor Campbell on the other side is a point guard junior listed at 6 foot. What are some keys that you're seeing here in the outset for this one?
Composure, both sides extremely loud. Look at that take. Oh, size.
7-2 already here in the early going as Hilton Head Prep leads. We do have our special guest here, so he will join me in the quarter number 2. Reminder that Summit Services Heating and Air, your Lowcountry home performance leader on services, and thanks to Summit Services for supporting WHHI Sports all year long.
It's a frenetic beginning, but we'll see some composure overcome these guys.
7-2, 2 minutes in. HHP with the lead. There's an outside shot, and it's going to go down for Brendan Moore, another starter, and it's 10-2. We've got 5:53 to go in the opening quarter, and a stoppage in action. Timeout, HHCA. We'll take it with them. Be right back on WHHI Sports TV.
Have you joined the Express Comfort Club from Summit Services Heating and Air? It's the ultimate way to keep your cool. Membership is free and includes discounts on routine maintenance, 15% discount on all repairs, 3-year parts and labor warranty, no overtime charges, plus other benefits. Your comfort is just a call away. To sign up for Express Comfort Club, call 843-836-2653.
Call SummitServices.com.
We welcome you back.
Marcus, this is going to be a lot of fun, man. The composure, these guys will be everything. Can you feel the electricity in the air? Here we go. Basketball season's back.
No doubt. 10-2, 5:40 to go. Marcus Walsh, Kevin Libby, Larry Jackmont, Jeremy Pope, our special guest is here, and I will be talking to him in quarter number 2. Had Daniel Court on the girls' game and had a lot of great conversations with him in that short amount of time. HHCA with the basketball. And they're working it outside in. Driving inside, trying to put that one up, but actually it's going to be a pass inside. Whistle blows, shot goes up, and it goes down for number 12, Elijah White, 6'4" senior in the starting lineup, and he's going to the free throw line.
White, 190 pounds, averaging 15 points a game, 8 boards, 2 steals, and including 1 full charge per game. That's remarkable.
That is something else. Hilton Head Prep boys 1-3 at home, 7-1 on the road, and 1-1 in neutral environments. They're averaging 43.3 points per game, averaging, giving up 44. 0-0 in region play right now, and the HHCA guys are 1-1 at home, 3-3 on the road, 2-3 in neutral environments, averaging 52.6 points per game, 51.6 given up. A 1-game losing streak for them is driving inside, not able to get that to go as there was contact inside. That was Elijah White. He's going to be a big key in this one, Kev, talking about Elijah White. 4:53 to go in the opening quarter, 10-4 in favor of the home team from Hilton Head Prep.
Yeah, Eli's a leader. We saw that on the take he made in there. He didn't get the 3-point play, but obviously that's winning basketball. Speaking of winning basketball, here we go the other way.
It's going back the other way indeed. A reminder that Fat Babies is your home for some great food. Come by for pies and sandwiches in a relaxed setting with jukeboxes and TVs.
I like it. They're running the offense here. It's against a man-to-man. This is great offense, Marcus. They're setting it up.
Here's a drive inside, putting that one up, not able to get it to go as we've got a whistle. That was Caden Turner. Turner, a 6'6" senior, and he was a big part of what HHCA was able to do last year. They actually played 3 times. We saw the 53-41 loss here that HHCA had against Hilton Head Prep, and then they played in the championship state final. That was a 39-21 win for HHP over HHCA to have 2 championship contending teams battling here in the regular season. Something very special, Kevin.
Mentality. Fans know it, players know it, everybody's here for it, so are we.
HHP with the basketball. They've got a 10-4 lead, 10-4.
Roger that.
3:50 to go, yes indeed. They're working outside. There's a deep 3, a little bit short. Rebound goes to HHP. They're gonna have a second chance at it, a whistle. Our officials for this one I'll have momentarily.
Nice play by Ben right there. He drags a foul on one of their best interior defenders. That's the kind of way you get, that's how you play good, mentality is what I'm talking about here. That's a heady play. Drew the foul, see if we can make these shots.
So he's set up at the line. Ed Kenny, Roy Bortall, and Keaton Baines are our officials. 11-4.
Nice touch for a big. Big
and
Ben.
It's 12-4 now.
All right.
We've got a stoppage. 3:41 to play. And a substitution as I heard the whistle.
love that crowd.
No doubt about it. Here's a drive inside. Shot goes up and it's pure. Beautifully done there by Eli White. He has been a huge force already. He is averaging 27.1 minutes and 12.6 points per game. A total of 7.2 rebounds, a little over an assist and a half, and a little over a steal and a half under a block. Just under 2 turnovers. Sorry, Kev.
No, just Caden Turner is a tremendous defensive player.
No doubt.
Totally changes the spacing on the floor.
3:07 to go in the opening quarter. 12-6 in favor of Hilton Head Prep here on WHHI Sports TV. 3 minutes remaining. It is a raucous McCall Gymnasium. That pass is wide, and it's going to go out of bounds. Let us hear from Superior Services.
Superior Services. Make the superior choice.
And Sports Addiction is your bike, sports, and fitness equipment store for over 20 years.
Oh, boy.
That ball's going to go out of bounds. 2:42 remaining, 12-6 in favor of HHP over HHCA. Hilton Head Prep coming off the win in the championship between these two teams. This is their first matchup.
The unforced errors are becoming a factor. We'll see if they can stop that. Hi, guys.
Ball comes right next to us. Reminder that you can go to highschoolofficials.com to become an official today. You can make new friends, get some exercise, help out your community, learn more about a sport or a sport that you might love or one that you love already. There's a whole lot that you can do through that. Highschoolofficials.com. It's very important. We have a former official here at the desk. Kevin, you officiated many sports.
I sure did. Baseball. My dad was an official with me. I loved it. I can tell you that thumbs up means alternating possession.
You did softball too, didn't you?
I love softball. Boy, was that fun.
2 minutes, 22 seconds left in the opening quarter. A reminder, we'll have a special guest coming up in the second quarter that will join me. Let's hear some thoughts from, you've got Mike Colella's thoughts right there, the first-year head coach of HHCA back here after a stint coaching earlier.
He said the key is preparation. Coach has prep playing at a high level, so they're all going in with eyes open, looking to learn.
There's a three, a little bit too strong, and the rebound is going to go to HHP. Continue, Kev. Sorry about the
Players
interruption.
to watch, all the guys in white.
There you go. That's a big one. On the outside, there's a three, a little bit too strong. It was attempted by number 14 for HHP. That is Brendan Moore, and an offensive foul! 1:42 remaining in quarter number one.
Well, we have a pretty good angle at that. I would say they sure did. They put it on the Ritz. Magic.
Yes. That was a great song that I sang back in the day.
I like the reference from the movie Young Frankenstein, but I'm dating myself.
There you go.
It's okay. I know what I like. I know I like to eat. I like dating myself.
That's right. We got chants going back and forth. This place is nuts. 12-6.
Nothing beats a rivalry.
Absolutely, it's great. 12-6, a minute 35 remaining in the opening quarter. Court Lifestyle Pros again. Let us lead you home. Your Court Lifestyle Pros of Charter One Realty. And just as I say that is a huge shot that goes up and down. It's a three-point play.
Give me some more of that.
15-6, 1:10 to go. Was that?
That was Ben Moore, yeah.
That was Ben Moore that knocked that down. Yeah, Skinner plays for the other team. I remember he knocked down a huge three to end the first quarter of the matchup we saw back in February. 53-41, again, the final score of that one, 54-41, check that.
So this is your chess match, Marcus.
Three.
It's a zone. They're giving you the shot. What you got to do here against the zone, now they switched up to man? No, it's the zone, my bad.
That's what happened with the shot that Skinner hit last year at the end of the first quarter.
I guess they're playing for one shot. The point is, if you're going to play zone, you don't have to shoot. There's no shot clock in high school.
Right.
They're giving you the jump shot if you want to take it. They're basically just taking away the interior. If they're going to wait 30 seconds to play for one shot, I guess.
23 seconds to go in the quarter. HHCA's got the basketball. They're going to go on the outside, standing near half court. With the basketball is number 10, Dirty Harry Skinner. He's going to give it off, driving inside, not able to get that to go as there was contact down low. Dorian Jean-Pierre, number 4, driving inside. He is averaging 34 points per game on the season.
That's
34
exceptional.
of 110, that's 31%, and 36% assist to field goal percentage. He's going to the line. So John Vierre going to the line with 7 seconds to go in a 15-6 game at the first quarter. Off the backboard, off the rim and in. 15-7. Coming in for HHCA is Billy Barron, the son of the head coach Richard Barron. 15-7 and 7 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Second one goes up, a little bit off the mark. Tipped up, and it's corralled by HHP. They're taking it across the floor. There goes Campbell. Gives it up and kicks it on the outside. The shot's going to fall short. That's the end of the first quarter. 15-7 in favor of HHP over HHCA. I've got a special guest joining me for the second quarter. We've got that next on WHHI Sports TV. Hang on, everybody.
Life is full of choices, and the choices we make directly affect our quality of life. Our day is much easier when we don't hit the snooze alarm 10 times and show up late for work. We feel better when we eat a well-balanced meal versus running through the drive-thru. And when it comes to your comfort at home or in the workplace, the result of hiring a fly-by-night repair guy or award-winning professional is night or day. Life is full of choices. For your home, for your family, for your environment. Make the superior choice. Call Superior today.
We welcome you to the second quarter. Joining me for quarter number 2 is former head coach of Hilton Head Prep, the guys team, Jerry Faulkner. I had him on last year, figured let's do it again. Coach, great to see you. Happy New Year.
Great to be here. What a great crowd. It's gonna be a great game.
Well, the first thing that I want to talk to you about is we have a whistle with 7:47 to go in the second quarter of a 15-7 HHP lead over HHCA in this matchup here in January. Our first matchup of the season on WHHI is Courtney Campbell, getting to 1,000 points for her career as a junior. You know Courtney a little bit from your later days, your final days here at Hilton Head Prep. Talk about what you see out of her, and for that matter, what you see out of Connor still here with the guys team. Talk about the Campbell family a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you, both of them not only are good players, but also great people, good students, just the kind of people that you want in your school representing your school. She should be commended. She had to do so much for this girls basketball team. She never complained. She always had a great attitude and certainly deserves every accolade she can get. Connor has been an important part of 3 straight teams here and runs the show. He too is a great addition to Hilton Head Prep.
Caden Turner with the bucket for HHCA to make it 15-9. That 3 not going to go down as it was attempted by number 13, Billy Barron. And as I mentioned, Billy Barron, talk about the job that Richard Barron and Philip Hartman have done now as the head coaches of both these teams in the last couple of years.
Well, first starting with the girls team, Philip Hartman is a great guy, and you know, the girls program is down a little bit. Participation is not nearly what we'd like to see, but he does a great job with what he has. Coach came in and with the boys program, he's got them playing well, different style than they were a little used to, but they picked it up. Their defense is the thing that really impresses me. He's done a good job.
What are some keys? Because I've noticed that too with the girls program in particular. There's a drive, misfire, and the rebound's going to go to Hilton Head Prep. What do you think some keys are for them to try to get that program back on track? Because as you said, Coach, and I completely agree, the last couple of years they've been down a little bit.
Well, it's all due to participation. They've got to develop players at the young level, middle school, and build up numbers. They don't have numbers, and you got to have that. That's the key.
What do you think about the state of athletics here at Hilton Head Prep in the last couple of years overall?
Well, you know, high school athletics is cycling. You know, you're going to have groups coming in that are good, but then that graduation and kids leaving, it takes a toll.
Right.
I think they'll be back.
Billy Barron just knocked down a three-point play at Court Lifestyle's three-point play. Let us lead you home with the Court Lifestyle pros of Charter One Realty. What have you been up to in the last year since I talked to you last?
Well, you know, Nike, I used to speak for Nike basketball clinics, and they're not having those anymore. I've had some health problems that I had to deal with, but I'm on the upswing there.
Good,
I'm just
glad to hear it.
Anxious to get back and maybe not coach again, but I'd love to do some clinics and motivational speaking. That's what I want to do.
You've done a lot of that over many decades, and getting to know you is kind of like a clinic in itself. What you've talked about, you know, with me before and after some games that I've called in my many years covering the Hilton Head Prep guys and girls for that matter here on WHHI Sports. What do you think the state of basketball is like in general when it comes to college and the pros especially?
Well, I'll tell you what, you hit a nerve there, because I think college athletics is, with the portal and the NRI and all of that, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It really is. It's nothing like that I'd like to see, and I don't think it could get any worse, but it seems to do it every day. When its kids transfer, and kids are in the college playing 5, 6, 7 years, it's just not what it should be.
18-9 in favor of Hilton Head Prep over HHCA. 4:08 remaining in the quarter. Here, second quarter, Marcus Walsh, Jerry Faulkner with you, joining me for the second quarter, and at the free throw line for, actually check that, it's going to be an inbound. Hilton Head Christian Academy with the basketball. Harry Skinner going to inbound it, and he looks to find an open man, and he throws it right back to Hilton Head Prep. It's going to go the other way. Hilton Head Prep will take it across the floor very methodically, and now push. There's a three from the left wing. In and out, and the rebound going to go to HHCA. Do you think it's time for athletics, especially college? Is that ball stolen away and going back to Hilton Head Prep? For college football and basketball, especially, to have a commissioner because of the NIL and everything else that's going on with the transfer portal.
I tell you, I do not know how they're going to fix it, but it needs to be fixed, because college sports is terrible right now.
Ball's going to go up off the missed jumper. In and out, ring around the rim. HHP on defense. There's a cold-blooded jumper. That goes down for number 3, Dylan Sampson. It is a three-point play, 18-12, brought to you by Court Lifestyle Pros of Charter One Realty. Let us lead you home. And it's going back the other way off a steal. Putting that one up, not able to get it to go, is Harry Skinner. And it's going back now the other way to Hilton Head Prep. They've got an 18-12 lead. Gliding inside, putting that one up and in is Jason Bridgkey. He's a former football player. Talk about what you see out of these players, not just with Hilton Head Prep, but a lot of these schools, the ability for these guys to go and play multiple sports, play multiple ways in those sports. Got to have a lot of athleticism and real good mental toughness, don't you, to be able to do that much?
Oh, absolutely. Playing multiple sports, I really encourage that, particularly when the kid's in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. He shouldn't just go with one sport. He should play them all, and I really encourage that.
20-12, going inside, trying to put one up a little bit off the mark for number 4, Ben Fry. Hilton Head Prep, a big-time winner in this matchup last year, including the state championship against HHCA with a 39-21 win. Talk about that and how that made you feel seeing the guys, and particularly with the fact that you coached them, hoist that trophy after that state championship win?
I was so proud of them and proud of their coach that they came out and played so well and won the state championship. Would be something they never forget, just like when we won it. It's just a tremendous experience.
We've got a timeout with 1:45 to go. 20-12, the Eagles called this timeout. We'll take it with them. Be right back on WHHI Sports TV. Hang on, everybody.
Hey y'all, come check us out, offering bicycle sales, bicycle service, and bicycle rentals for the Lowcountry. We offer all types of bikes for the beach, road, or trails. There's also trikes and recumbents along with home and commercial grade fitness equipment. We also provide other outdoor fitness equipment for pickleball, swimming, running, and tennis. Check out our 2 locations to serve you, Sports Addiction at 200 Okatee Village in the Okatee Shopping Center, and for Bluffton, Old Town Bike Barn at 28 Dr. Mellichamp Drive in the Promenade in Old Town Bluffton.
We welcome you back to the guys' game of the week, brought to you by Summit Services in our Summit Services High School Basketball Series. Marcus Walsh, Jerry Faulkner, Larry Jacomont, Kevin Libby, and Jeremy Pope with you. And Coach, you were just talking about the turnovers and what the 2 head coaches had to have told their teams throughout this game, but especially probably during that timeout. The turnovers have to stop.
No doubt about it. You look at the score, and it's low. Well, that means there are not going to be that many possessions. And if you turn it over and don't get a shot, your chances of winning this game are slim. This reminds me, and I think I mentioned this to you last year because of defensive basketball, this reminds me of a Virginia game back when they were really good a few years ago with Tony Bennett and company, as that ball's turned over, except for the fact that we're talking about turnovers instead of the pack line defense that Virginia and some other teams use as well. There's no doubt about it. Both teams are playing good defensively, but many of these turnovers are just careless. We've got the halftime festivities coming up. 46.5 seconds to go. Have you been able, we talked a lot about the NIL and that type of thing with college basketball. Have you watched any college basketball just in terms of seeing what's going on? I love to watch it, but this year it's so different because they, instead of saying Joe Smith went to this high school, they're talking about where he transferred from last year. And they, like I said, there are kids playing college basketball now that have been playing college basketball for 5 or 6 years. Right. And that's just not right. COVID certainly is one issue, if you will, where players get extended, but obviously that's a little bit different compared to the NIL and transfer portal situations that are going on right now. You look at all the coaches that are resigning. Right. And the reason is one coach said, I don't feel like a coach, I'm a general manager. That shot goes up, it's off the mark. That's the end of the first half, 20-12, HHP over Hilton Head Christian Academy at the break. Coach, thank you so much for joining me this quarter. Best to you, your family, and best to Hilton Head Prep going forward. We'll talk to you down the line. Thank you very much. 20-12, Hilton Head Prep with the lead over Hilton Head Christian Academy. Coach Jerry Faulkner joining me for the second quarter. We've got the halftime show and the second half action coming up next. Kevin will rejoin me. It's Hilton Head Prep, Hilton Head Christian Academy. More basketball next on WHHI Sports TV. 2012, HHP at the break.
I'm Daniel Court.
And I'm Debbie Court, and we are Court Lifestyle Pros of Charter One Realty.
Some of the buyers and sellers that we encounter naturally experience that fear of change. But we once heard that life truly begins at the end of our comfort zones.
So if you're ready to make a change, give us a call and let us lead you home.
Have you joined the Express Comfort Club from Summit Services Heating and Air? It's the ultimate way to keep your cool. Membership is free and includes discounts on routine maintenance, 15% discount on all repairs, 3-year parts and labor warranty, no overtime charges, plus other benefits. Your comfort is just a call away. To sign up for Express Comfort Club, call 843-836-2653.
Call SummitServices.com.
Welcome into the halftime show here of the Summit Services Boys Game of the Week as part of the Summit Services High School Basketball Series, only on WHHI Sports TV. Marcus Walsh, Kevin Libby, Jeremy Pope, Larry Jackamont with you. And here courtside, Kev, 20-12 in favor of Hilton Head Prep going into the halftime break. Talk about what you saw out of both teams in that first half.
Competition, boy. We are in a great atmosphere. They're playing up the YMCA behind us. We got the shots going. Just right, the atmosphere is everything. These are high school kids. Both of the fan groups going at each other. Composure is the name of the game. I'm seeing a lot of unforced errors. I think whichever team can adjust at halftime, whoever has the best halftime speech, compose yourself, control the ball. This game's not over.
Talk about the turnovers. That's one thing that Jerry Faulkner and I talked about in the second quarter. Both teams have made a ton of turnovers. What do you have to do to stop those?
Get your head together. You're watching it. They're throwing the ball away. So if you want to win the game, ignore the fans, talk to your teammates, ignore the noise, Marcus. Ignore the noise.
Give us a quick key for each team in the second half and a quick player to watch in the second half for each team.
I'll try for you. I mean, for Prep, they got to go ahead and keep doing what they're doing. They're going to their big inside. I like that. Number 3, it's crushing. For Christian, control the ball. Stop giving it away. If they're playing zone against you, you just got to run your plays, okay? Find your shooters on the floor. Set back screens for those shooters. Get them swinging off picks. Get them some looks. That's the name of the game. Doesn't matter who, but if you got somebody that can make a 20-footer, let them knock it down.
Welcome back to basketball season, partner. We had a great girls game to open up this series. We've got a great guys game, 20-12. Hilton Head Prep leads at the half. They have a little bit of a streak going on against HHCA. Second half action coming up next. Again, Kevin and I will have that. Nothing like basketball with this guy. Second half next on WHHI Sports TV. This has been the halftime show of the Summit Services Heating and Air High School Basketball Series. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Did you know your brain doesn't fully develop until your mid-20s?
Substance use harms brain development, causes mental health disorders, and leads to addiction.
E-cigarettes negatively affect oxygen supply, endurance, and attention.
Marijuana affects reaction time, concentration, and decision making.
Alcohol harms endurance, judgment, and complex motor skills.
Pain medication and substance use increases mental health disorders and leads to addiction.
All of these substances negatively affect brain development and function.
Don't let your team down.
We welcome you back to the second half of the Boys Game of the Week in our Summit Services Basketball Series, brought to you by Summit Services here on WHHI Sports TV. Marcus Walsh, Kevin Libby, Larry Jackamont, Jeremy Pope. We were very glad to be joined by Jerry Faulkner in the second quarter of this matchup. Had a chance to really talk a lot of great basketball and beyond with Coach Faulkner here, a legend and a great coach here for many years at Hilton Head Prep. HHCA controls the tip. They missed the shot going inside as the shot was put up by Dorian Jeanvier, and Hilton Head Prep is going to have the basketball with the 8-point lead to start here in the second offensive possession of the game second half of the game going inside. Putting that one up and getting it to go is Hilton Head Prep. They extend their lead to 22-12. Summit Services Heating and Air, your leader in home performance services in the Lowcountry. Thanks to Summit Services for supporting WHHI Sports all season long in both football and basketball. And Fat Babies of Hilton Head, our timeout sponsor. Come by for pies and sandwiches in a relaxing setting with jute boxes and TVs.
All right, we're back. Looking to get some penetration here.
Reminder that Lowcountry Alliance for Healthy Youth is uniting the community to promote positive choices as well. And so we've got 6:30 to go. There's a jumper on the outside and a three-pointer for Hilton Head Prep to make it a 25-12 game. And a huge three-pointer, and just like that, with 6:21 remaining in the third quarter, we've got a timeout called by HHCA. We'll take it with them. Be right back on WHHI Sports TV. Hang on, it's the guys' game of the week in the Summit Services High School Basketball Series.
I'm Daniel Court.
And I'm Debbie Court, and we are Court Lifestyle Pros of Charter One Realty.
Some of the buyers and sellers that we encounter naturally experience that fear of change. But we once heard that life truly begins at the end of our comfort zones.
So if you're ready to make a change, give us a call and let us lead you home.
We welcome you back. HHCA trailing 25-12 against Hilton Head Prep. 6:20 to go in the third quarter. White with 6 points for HHCA. Turner with 2. Sampson with 3. And with 1 point was Dorian Jonvier for Hilton Head Prep in the first half. Campbell with 5. Moore with 6. Barron with 3. Britschke with 4. And Ben Frey with 2, or Ben Fry. Turner 2 fouls for HHCA and Moore with 3. The fouls as well as the turnovers have been a problem. There's a jumper from the outside. It's a 3 bottoms. Put it down. It's a Court Lifestyle Pros 3-point play. Court Lifestyle Pros of Charter One Realty. Let us lead you home. And it's 28-12. Gliding and going inside is Connor Campbell. His sister Courtney got to 1,000 points in her career. Campbell didn't get it to go. 28-12, 5:41 to go in the quarter. Quarter number 3. Foul on Britschke, his first, team first as well.
28-12. This is a big-time possession. Can they get back in this game? There it is.
Jumper goes, and it's a little bit off the mark. Attempted by HHCA, and that was number 12. And a little bit strong from Elijah White. HHP with the basketball. Turnovers, rebounding, transition, defense, free throws were keys to the game, courtesy of Richard Barron. And Fry, all-around scorer, defends, rebounds. He's a scorer and can be the glue guy, talking about his son Billy. Britschke, great with the post presence, rebounding, put that one up and in. Campbell, a ball handler and defensive matchup to watch out for, as well as it's 30-12. HHP with a huge lead here as the HHCA girls won earlier. There's a jumper off this HHCA possession, and it goes off the mark, off the front iron by number 3. That is Dylan Sampson. Connor Campbell giving it off. Here's Barron with it. Gliding inside was Campbell, rejected, get that out of here! And HHCA going down the floor with a chance to cut this deficit from 18. Going inside, putting that one up short by number 1, Evan Foster.
Alex Epstein, kid's 5'10", playing like he's 6'5".
Rather, Ethan Foster. Ball gonna go out of bounds, I believe off HHCA. Foster, a freshman, 6'4". 4:08 remaining.
Got a timeout, Marcus.
And it's 30-12. We do indeed have a timeout. We're going to take it. Be right back on the Guys Game of the Week, brought to you by Summit Services and the Summit Services High School Basketball Series only on WHHI Sports TV. We'll be right back after this, y'all.
Life is full of choices, and the choices we make directly affect our quality of life. Our day is much easier when we don't hit the snooze alarm 10 times and show up late for work. We feel better when we eat a well-balanced meal versus running through the drive-thru. And when it comes to your comfort at home or in the workplace, the result of hiring a fly-by-night repair guy or award-winning professional is night or day. Life is full of choices. For your home, for your family, for your environment. Make the superior choice. Call Superior today.
We welcome you back to the Summit Services High School Basketball Series. Your leader in home performance services in the Lowcountry, thanks to Summit Services for supporting WHHI Sports all season long.
They wrap up their substitutions.
4:08 remaining. HHP with a 30-12 lead. And a reminder that Sports Addiction is your bike, sports, and fitness equipment store for over 20 years.
Nice read on that commercial, Marcus. I love the Sports Addiction ad.
And Lowcountry Alliance for Healthy Youth, uniting the community to promote positive choices as well, and they certainly do that.
Harry Skinner, number 10, is their leading scorer at 17 per.
Here's a drive inside. That looks to be White. Not able to get it to go. He hits the deck hard, 30-12. HHP with a basketball and working it across the floor somewhat methodically, but in a little bit of a speedy pace. There's a three, a little bit off the mark to the outside. HHCA going to contain it and get possession, but they're going to have to get some offensive points and then some stops on defense, as driving near the baseline is number 22, Alex Epstein, 5'10 senior. He got close to hitting that baseline.
Guy plays with a lot of energy.
And a foul on Prep.
I mean, just from an observational standpoint, he's just kind of fun to watch. You see how quick he is. He's, got, for a kid that's under 6 feet, he plays like he's 6'5".
Campbell with the foul, 30-12. Talk about more of the HHCA leaders. Obviously, Harry Skinner is one of them as well.
Eli White, 6'4", 99 pounds, playing great, 15 points a game plus 8 rebounds. That's very respectable. Small forward, Caden Turner, 6'6", 185, 10 points. Looking for him to step up. He's a senior. He's got to lead these guys, and they're going to get back into it. Isaiah Anderson, 6'6", has 7 per, and Dylan Sampson, number 3, 6 per.
No question about that. Here's a drive inside, and attempted a lay-in, not going to get it to go.
Hard landing, boy, oh boy. We could feel that one here on the stage.
That's for sure.
Jason Britchie, is that how you say that?
That's right.
He's been great. I mean, he's the guy I've been watching on this game the whole night. It's a big lead because of I think mostly defense he's been playing. The spacing on this floor is impossible on the interior because of him. Nice to see him get some looks here on the offensive side.
Coach Colella also said Alex Epstein, coming out of nowhere, never having played high school basketball, has been a huge contributor. The easy decision to bring freshman Ethan Foster up to varsity has proved to be a good one with huge upside. Taylor Borak has been given the nickname Work Truck. That's Work Truck. Based off his efforts and performance in practice and games, was a difference maker in the come-from-behind win versus Florence Christian.
Work Truck?
Work Truck.
I like it.
Oh, yeah. Driving inside. Jumper from the free throw line. That is pure. Bottoms. Put that down for Alex Epstein. He is averaging, let's see, actually about 44 points on the season. That number's going to go up, obviously, because of that.
Kid's fired up. It's fun to watch.
31-14, 2 minutes, 36 seconds remaining in the quarter.
If you're a casual fan, you don't realize this is the rivalry game. It's Hilton Head versus
Absolutely.
Hilton Head. These kids grow up together. They all know each other more than just by the number. They know each other by name. It's fun.
The date was 1986. I feel like I'm doing a film noir. There's a three, a little bit too strong. The rebound gonna go back to HHP, hitting the baseline. 2:25 to go. The date was 1986, known as the merger year when two schools, May River Academy and Sea Pines Academy, became Hilton Head Preparatory High School. In 1965, I'll tell you more about that. In 65, after this timeout, the Dolphins take it. They're up 31-14 with 2 minutes, 25 seconds to go in quarter three, as you see Richard Barron. Back with more after this on WHHI Sports TV.
Hey y'all, come check us out, offering bicycle sales, bicycle service, and bicycle rentals for the Lowcountry. We offer all types of bikes for the beach, road, or trails. There's also trikes and recumbents along with home and commercial grade fitness equipment. We also provide other outdoor fitness equipment for pickleball, swimming, running, and tennis. Check out our 2 locations to serve you, Sports Addiction at 200 Okatee Village in the Okatee Shopping Center, and for Bluffton, Old Town Bike Barn at 28 Dr. Mellichamp Drive in the Promenade in Old Town Bluffton.
We welcome you back. 2:25 to go. HHCA with the basketball. In 1965, the Sea Pines Academy colors were green and yellow, and their mascot was the Gator. In 1971, May River Academy opened its doors to a class of first-grade students on its Bluffton campus. Driving inside, putting that one up, not getting it to go, is HHCA. White gets rejected by number 3.
They call it a foul on Britchie.
Britchie with the foul.
Sorry, we don't have replay, kid. Good luck.
The MRA mascot was the Patriot. The colors were red and Columbia blue. The story doesn't start in 86. It starts with Hilton Head Prep much earlier, encompassing students and teachers on campuses in both Bluffton and at the back door of Sea Pines Plantation. In 1965, Sea Pines Academy, SPA, was founded as an independent nonprofit educational institution. The history of Sea Pines Academy is rooted in the man many consider as the founder of Hilton Head Island itself, the late great Charles Frazier. And we talk about Hilton Head Prep, and there are two guys that were a big part of that merger, and two guys that we know well, Kevin, in Rich Basirico and certainly one Dave Adams, that helped make this school what it is at Hilton Head Prep. Both coach basketball and baseball and some other sports as well.
There it is.
Both, despite being retired, as there was a strip and a whistle, both, despite being retired, Kevin, are still very much a part of this school.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I mean, Coach Dave, I would run through a wall for that guy, and I never played for him.
I would do the same for Rich.
Go ahead and plug Basirico's podcast with Bob.
Bob Stevens, Rich Basirico, Curry Kirkpatrick. You got Bob with WHHI, the WHHI-TV Daily News, formerly of ESPN. Obviously, Rich Basirico and his coaching career, phenomenal. And Curry Kirkpatrick, a former writer for Sports Illustrated, and it is Under the Bus.
Everywhere podcasts are sold, Under the Bus.
Yes, with Justin Jarrett and company, Under the Bus. Find it. Check it out. Have you listened to any of it? It is tremendous.
Are you kidding me? The stories, that's the best. If you grew up here especially, it's got a lot of good Hilton in there from Coach Rich.
Absolutely phenomenal. And at the free throw line,
it's Caden.
Caden Turner.
He's been playing like Miles Turner. He's an excellent defensive player. Let's see how he does in the offensive end. For Caden, it's a chance. He's a senior, all right? He's got that 6'6" body. He's the tallest man in this gymnasium. Use your body, throw it around. You got 15 points to go, full quarter left. Go get it, kid.
Misfiring there. Hilton Head Prep with the basketball. Really a total team effort for Hilton Head Christian Academy. That was a big key. Put that one up and down, a three-point play. 34-16.
That was a dagger.
1:05 remaining in the third. Defensively, got to execute a solid offensive game. Focus on the other side of the floor. We've talked about Skinner, White, Turner, Anderson as big players and big keys to watch on the side of Hilton Head Christian Academy. And I talked about Epstein and company earlier. So we have a little bit of water on the floor. Barron, a three-pointer there, and a 39% shooter from three. 34-16.
So Caden Turner's going to go to the line here. Another chance to demonstrate his ability from that stripe. What you got for a plug for us, Marcus?
I'm looking.
You know what I like is superior services. They are always the superior choice. Skip the drive-thru, baby. Go to the grocery store. Buy what you like. Make it for you. You're in charge.
And while I am at it, why don't you do the Lowcountry Alliance read as well, Kevin?
I do love the Lowcountry Alliance for Healthy Youth, uniting the community to promote positive choices.
Thank you, sir, indeed.
Shout out to Daniel Godson, our guy.
We'll have him on sometime soon. We had Daniel Court and Coach, the great Coach Jerry Faulkner on earlier. And we'll definitely have Daniel Godson on once we get to a Hilton Head game next week. Hilton Head at May River, girls and guys, only on WHHI Sports TV as the Summit Services High School Basketball Series Girls and Guys Game of the Week.
Nice take.
Brought to you by Summit Services Heating and Air, your leader in home performance services in the Lowcountry. Thanks to Summit Services for supporting WHHI Sports all year long.
So Al Epstein, if you're going to be watching this game, kid, go ahead and hit replay a couple times, because if you like good defense, the kid's feet are in the right position. Unfortunately, it's one of those calls. Block charge is one of those things where as a defender, you're not always going to get it.
Right. John Hopt, Matt Smith, and J.W. Wilkerson are the ADs in rotation for Hilton Head Christian Academy as that free throw comes up short. And the guys coach, Mike Colella, his son AJ, an assistant. Will White, an assistant as well. Principal is Shannon Smith. Head of schools is Doug Langles. And on the other side for Hilton Head Prep.
Real quick, is that Willie Dubs, Will White?
Will White, yeah.
Guy.
The other side, Richard Barron, the head coach of the guys team. Head of school is Paul W. Horgan. Principal is Tina Webb Browning of the upper school. Sean Hardy in his first year is the athletic director here at Hilton Head Prep.
You think a block charge is hard to get? How about a jump ball versus foul on something like that? This kid, Al Epstein, has been working. He finally got his call. Let's see if he can close it out with some huge free throws.
You want to hear something really funny?
Yes.
I studied back in Ohio with the communication school at the Columbia School of Broadcasting. I did correspondence in a whole bunch of different things in radio. My second certificate came, it was essentially my second degree, came in sportscasting and play-by-play.
I don't believe you.
And Lou Riggs and a guy by the name of Al Epstein were my two teachers through emails and recordings.
That's a great name. The kid wears it well.
Absolutely. Shout out to Lou Riggs and Al Epstein. They helped get me to where I am today.
Would you believe teachers make us who we are?
And especially Jim Lashley, the head of the Columbia School of Broadcasting, Fairfax, Virginia Metro Atlantic Division, near the Washington, D.C. area. Shout out to all those guys. That shot misses. It's the end of the third quarter. 34-20, Hilton Head Prep over HHCA in the guys' game of the week in the Summit Services High School Basketball Series. We'll be back for the fourth quarter next on WHHI Sports TV. Hang on, everybody!
Did you know your brain doesn't fully develop until your mid-20s?
Substance use harms brain development, causes mental health disorders, and leads to addiction.
E-cigarettes negatively affect oxygen supply, endurance, and attention.
Marijuana affects reaction time, concentration, and decision making.
Alcohol harms endurance, judgment, and complex motor skills.
Pain medication and substance use increases mental health disorders and leads to addiction.
All of these substances negatively affect brain development and function.
Don't let your team down.
Have you joined the Express Comfort Club from Summit Services Heating and Air? It's the ultimate way to keep your cool. Membership is free and includes discounts on routine maintenance, 15% discount on all repairs, 3-year parts and labor warranty, no overtime charges, plus other benefits. Your comfort is just a call away. To sign up for Express Comfort Club, call 843-836-2653.
We can handle it all. Call Summit. Call Summit. Call SummitServices.com.
We welcome you back. Thank you very much, Jeremy Pope, for the direction from across the way. Fourth quarter, 34-20, Hilton Head Prep with the lead. Marcus Walsh, Kevin Libby, Larry Jacomont with a fine way to get back up on the stage.
Hi, Larry in the blue shirt.
And
so this is it, baby. No more
JP
zone defense.
as well.
Oh.
Going inside, put that one up and down for number 3, Dylan Sampson. You know, Sampson was a witness, and he just did a heck of a job putting that one up and down, going inside. And that one didn't quite go, I don't think. Hitting the deck hard is Eli White. He's been a huge factor for Hilton Head Christian Academy so far. He's going to the line. Fourth foul and team first for Hilton Head Prep. White with 6 points. White with 8 points, I beg your pardon. Turner with 6. Sampson with 3. John Vier with 1. And Epstein with 2. On the other side for Hilton Head Prep, Campbell with 5. Moore with 6. Barron with 6. Britschke with 5. Gray with 8. And number 22. That's Errol, has 2 points. So Egg Errol has gotten in there.
He did.
I take that back. Egg Errol has 4 points.
Nice. Yeah, he got a nice assist off of his big. All right, it's getting exciting, folks.
Moore with 4 fouls. Turner with 3. That was the halftime note, but
look, it's a
we're rocking and rolling.
Mark, a 13-point game. This is varsity, all right? It's no more zone. We're in man the rest of the way. This is possible. It can be done. Let's watch the process.
That's one thing that Nick Saban always said, got to do the process. Along with the Philadelphia 76ers, it worked a little bit better, for Alabama. Going inside, putting that one up and in. There's Dylan Sampson.
11 points, full court press. Here we go.
We'll talk more about a whole lot of stuff going on.
Unforced error.
In sports on the Marcus Walsh Show tomorrow.
Marcus, I hope tomorrow on your podcast, the Marcus Walsh Show.
It's our podcast, my friend.
Well, I always love being your compatriot, my guy. But I hope we get to talk about a great fourth quarter. Folks, 11 points. We got press defense. If you don't love basketball, you're not watching this game. So lovers, enjoy this. 7 minutes, 11 points. We're going to see the press come out if they can get into single digits. I don't know. Big Mo could shift.
Again, Superior Services, make the superior choice.
I want to call out the guests. Look at the fans. Obviously extended a little bit for the left-hand side of your screen. These kids have been out all night. No giving up. Boys game, girls game. Everybody's been here. What an atmosphere.
36-25, 6:50 to go in regulation. Hilton Head Christian Academy with the basketball. Driving inside, turnaround jumper, a little bit off the mark. It was attempted by number 2, Caden Turner. Hilton Head Prep with it now. They're going to go across the floor.
Wow!
And that's stolen away in midair. Turner with the pass, and now it's stolen back. Hilton Head Prep's got it. They're going to have to get it across the floor, a little bit loose with the basketball. It's picked back up. 6:20 to go in regulation.
It's the wacky races. Hop on board.
We've got signs, we've got faces, we've got noise, we've got action.
And
It
this
is
is
awesome.
Marcus, these are the guests.
Out of bounds.
You hear that, folks? These are the guests. Look at the far side of the court. The folks in black, they'll go crazy just as soon as the game gets under control.
What do you compare this rivalry to? Because especially on the guys' side, it is about as intense as it gets.
I'll tell you after the break. How's that for a teaser?
That sounds great. 6 minutes to go. We've got a timeout. We'll take it with him. Be right back after this on WHHI Sports TV.
Life is full of choices, and the choices we make directly affect our quality of life. Our day is much easier when we don't hit the snooze alarm 10 times and show up late for work. We feel better when we eat a well-balanced meal versus running through the drive-thru. And when it comes to your comfort at home or in the workplace, the result of hiring a fly-by-night repair guy or award-winning professional is night or day. Life is full of choices. For your home, for your family, for your environment. Make the superior choice. Call Superior today.
Marcus Walsh, Kevin Libby, Jeremy Pope, Larry Jacobot, and Coach, the great Jerry Faulkner with you. Coach joined me in the second quarter. And we had a lot of great stuff to talk about. It's a 36-25 game. Hilton Head Prep with the lead. They had the 39-21 win the last time these two teams played in the championship. Put that one up and in off the rebound to make it 36-27. It is within 10. We're down to single digits. HHCA working on defense with the 9-point deficit.
Bated breath in this gym.
Oh my! Chance at 3. Working on the outside perimeter for Hilton Head Prep. They're going to hang on to the basketball with 5.5 to go in regulation. A whistle with 5:28 to go and a brief stoppage here in the fourth quarter.
That's going to be a common foul. You get so many of those before you go to the line. It's extremely exciting. Single digits. They got to get the ball back, Marcus.
No doubt about it.
A lot of unforced errors in the first half. Let's see what the strategy is here.
5:25 remaining in regulation. Hilton Head Prep with the basketball. They're working inside out.
They have all night.
They have all night. They're like Duke in that way.
Agreed.
A great Duke basketball team goes inside out. They've done a little bit more outside in recent years, talking about the Duke University Blue Devils under John Shire, but they still do a lot of the inside out principles offensively. They continue to work at this Hilton Head Prep. Inside out under Richard Barron, the head coach. Here's Campbell. A player gets up for Hilton Head Prep. That is number 14, Brendan Moore.
They're just clock killing, and they're doing a good job.
4:45 to go. Campbell driving, kicks it out of bounds.
Staying here.
Billy Barron, number 13, is currently not in the game. In the game is Egg Errol. 36-27. Epstein, I believe, coming back in. Yes, indeed. Somebody checking out for HHCA. I did not see a number.
It's a little bit messy. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. Shall we?
Guys cleaning up some wet spots on the floor.
And Marcus, we're going to take a break
And
as it gets
we
done.
are going to have a timeout. 4 minutes, 42 seconds to go. We'll take it with them. Be right back. 36-27 HHP over HHCA. Guys, game of the week, the Summit Services Heating and Air High School Basketball Series on WHHI Sports TV.
Hey y'all, come check us out, offering bicycle sales, bicycle service, and bicycle rentals for the Lowcountry. We offer all types of bikes for the beach, road, or trails. There's also trikes and recumbents along with home and commercial grade fitness equipment. We also provide other outdoor fitness equipment for pickleball, swimming, running, and tennis. Check out our 2 locations to serve you, Sports Addiction at 200 Okatee Village in the Okatee Shopping Center, and for Bluffton, Old Town Bike Barn at 28 Dr. Mellichamp Drive in the Promenade in Old Town Bluffton.
We welcome you back to the Summit Services High School Basketball Series Guys Game of the Week. Marcus Walsh, Kevin Libby, Larry Jacobot, Jeremy Pope, Jerry Faulkner with you. 36-27, 4:36 remaining in the game. Driving inside, putting one up, not able to get it to go is number 4. On the other side, that's Ben Frey. 4:28 to go. We've got a whistle.
Call up Nestle, Marcus. This is crunch time.
What do you prefer, Nestle Crunch or Hershey's Crackle?
Anything called Crackle is going to win my vote.
All right. I'm a Crunch guy.
Again,
they're both great.
I just love being contrarian. Big game. Big game for Frey.
And at the line is Frey. He's an 80% free thrower. Thank you, Larry Jacobot.
Great stats guy, Larry Jacobot, all day.
He's terrific. 4 minutes, 28 seconds to go. I don't call him LGJ for nothing. Larry the Great. 36-27.
All right, you want to see the best
count it now for 37-27, 4:28 to go, fourth quarter. Crunch time, as you just said, partner.
Well, it's where you take out all the stops and run your best play. For these Eagles, they got to get through the press first. Looks like a 2-2-1 press.
4 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in regulation. HHCA down 10.
The trap worked.
The trap did work as they get it off to the outside. Stolen away. Beautifully done by HHP as Connor Campbell comes up with the steal.
And they can just take their time. There is no need to force this, but Mr. Campbell might have a shot.
Campbell on a drive. He thought about taking the 3 momentarily. Working on the perimeter game offensively. Passing the ball around left to right. Now going inside, putting that one up and getting it to go with the soft touch is Jason Brischke.
Huge bucket, huge.
39-21. 3 minutes, 44 seconds to go.
Nice play. All right, they broke the press. Can they get a good look? You got to run your best play, whatever it is.
39-27.
They're talking, but they're not running it yet. Here we go.
3.5 to play in regulation.
Don't have time to not run a play for a shooter. Got to get a play for a shooter. Got to get it. It's right there.
The basketball around. And there's a little bit of contact on the outside is number 14 with a little bit of extra contact. That's Brendan Moore.
Just out of bounds. Good no call.
Knocking a guy out.
All right, maybe a stack. You got the baseline ready? I mean, I want to see some midseason basketball. Let's see if we can get a nice play call. There's a screen.
Harry Skinner at inbound. It's going to be knocked out of bounds.
So you don't have to be under the basket to put the ball in. You can be left side, right side. It's just whichever side the ball got closest to. The reason you don't want to put a ball in directly under the basket is because, first of all, it limits your ability to throw the ball down court, but also it's just proper either side of the baseline.
Ball went off of Ben Frey. It's tipped and taken away by HHP.
Here it is.
It is Brischke going inside as he gave it up, and going hard to the hole was number 4, Ben Frey. 3:11 to go in regulation, 39-27 HHP with the lead over HHCA. The foul went on number 12. That is Eli White. 3:11 to go. We continue to have some problems with the moisture on the floor.
If you're a tourist hanging out here in the Lowcountry just watching some basketball, because, come on, basketball, right? It is muggy here in the Lowcountry. We're good at that.
Ed Kenny, Roy Bortle, and Keaton Baines, our officials.
Big shots. You can tell in the home crowd. They can sense it. These are huge. They can start icing it with this one. A little frosting on the cake, Marcus.
40-27. HHP with the lead over HHCA.
13 points, 3 minutes. It's about to become insurmountable.
Bang! Knock it down for Ben Fry. It's a 2-touchdown lead at 41-27.
There's no shot clock in high school basketball, and unless Prep can come out here and start giving the ball away, they're not going to do that. Christian's just got to come up with a way to, get some shots off efficiently on offense.
Yeah.
And then defensively, they got to turn the ball over. It's a lot to do in short order with no shot clock.
We'll see what happens. Skinner with a long pass to the left side.
You got to love Prep, though. I mean, you want to start talking about these Dolphins, who's been leading them. I've been talking about number 3 here on the baseline. There's a good look.
There's a 3, a little bit too strong. Attempted by number 4 on the other side. It was Dorian Johnvier, rather. And it's going back to HHCA off the Johnvier miss.
They don't have any
There's a 3, and it's going to come up way short. Attempted by Sampson. And the basket goes in off the miss from Sampson as Turner's there to clean it up inside. Make it 41-29 with 2:23 to go. Fry kicks it out. There's a 3. Long distance. Oh!
That's the game.
Court Lifestyle Pros 3-point play. Court Lifestyle Pros of Charter One Realty. Let us take you home. Or let us lead you home, I beg your pardon.
Crowd knows it.
44-29, let us lead you home at Court Lifestyle Pros at Charter One Realty. 44-29, now 44-31 as Turner goes inside. Number 2, Caden Turner puts it up and down for HHCA, stolen away. HHCA looking to get it back, but it's stolen away there by Hilton Ed Prep. They get it across the floor on the offensive side of the floor into the front court.
They're just trying to kill the clock. I tell you, man, I'm impressed with Britchie. He has neutralized Caden Turner to this point of the game.
Put it up and down for HHP. Beautifully done there by Jason Britchie. One more coming at the line as this will be a 3-point play attempted by Court Lifestyle Pros if he can get the free throw to go.
Excellent two-way player. He was getting mocked by the opposing fans. You want to know why? Because that kid spends time in the gym.
Right.
That kid's cut. He's a 45% free throw shooter. Let's see if we can stop the jinx.
46-31. Again, 46-31.
Marcus, this side of the
to go.
This side of the court, we got the band all night. Want to shout out those band kids. I love the horns. See the hands up? Look at the hands up. They're ready for it.
And I got to shout out Peg Hamilton having us all sing the national anthem before the game.
That was beautiful.
That was so cool. So awesome. 1:29 to go. Timeout. Dolphins take it. We'll take it with them. 46-31, they lead over HHCA. The guys' game of the week in the Hilton Head Christian Academy, Hilton Head Prep Summit Services High School Basketball Series game will continue next.
I'm Daniel Court.
And I'm Debbie Court, and we are Court Lifestyle Pros of Charter One Realty.
Some of the buyers and sellers that we encounter naturally experience that fear of change. But we once heard that life truly begins at the end of our comfort zones.
So if you're ready to make a change, give us a call and let us lead you home.
We welcome you back. 1:29 to go in regulation, 46-31 in favor of Hilton Head Prep. They're going to win this one and go on to another victory. Remember, the last time they beat HHCA was the championship for the state back in February 24th. And they're looking to do it again, and they just absolutely have the
They got all came together.
But the tenaciousness tonight.
Team ball, man. Team defense.
Phenomenal.
Excellent team defense. Got a handle of the ball. Stop giving the ball away. No more unforced errors. You got to respect good coaching. And what a legacy to follow with Jerry Faulkner. I know it was fun for you to call with him, Marcus. But this team is extremely well coached. You can tell from the defensive side of the ball. And then their defense, of course, creates the offense. What a concept.
Absolutely. We're going to have the post-game show coming up. 1:15 to go here in the fourth.
Marcus, the sneaker game on this island, it's incredible. I've been, again, meeting you live for it. What these kids have on for kicks, remarkable.
No doubt. 1 minute, 15 seconds to go. Been great to be back with you, partner. Looking forward to getting to May River next week for Hilton Head and May River.
I look forward to that too, my friend. Looks like number 21 is checking in to the delight of the crowd.
There's a jumper from the outside, a little bit too strong, and the rebound goes to Hilton Head Prep and goes to Chase Blanton, number 0. First time calling his name. Pending anything, we will also see Bluffton at Hilton Head.
Here's Luke.
And we will also see Whale Branch hosting Bridges Prep. That's going to be a lot of fun as well. 48-31, again, girls and guys in the high school basketball series brought to you by Summit Services Heating and Air. It's all pending. I'm going to be doing news hits, talk of the town hits, etc. throughout the next few weeks. Ball loose. Look at number 22 go. Putting that one up and down. Beautifully done by Alex Epstein. Ball loose, and it's picked up by Chase Blanton.
You think we can call him Al?
Sure.
Nothing says
Paul Simon would like it.
Yeah, nothing says high school kids like a Paul Simon reference.
We are dating ourselves with that one.
I like dating me. I know what I like to eat.
That's right.
That's the same joke I made in the girls' game.
You did. That's phenomenal. That one a little bit short.
40 seconds left. Marcus, tell us about why it's special to call a game in this atmosphere.
I've been doing it for years. I've done it not just with you, but I've done it with Chris Tremblay. I've done it by myself. And I tell you what, it's great. The crowd's always very hyped up and great, and to especially call this rivalry is awesome. You got two of the best Skeeza teams, girls, guys. It starts at the top. Just phenomenal basketball. Great to be back with you, partner. 48-33 with 33.1 seconds remaining.
The fun for us, I mean, besides the food from the food sponsors, tonight was Fat Babies. Thank you, Fat Babies. Delicious.
Thank you very much, Eric.
I also got a hot dog from here at the nice folks at the concession stand. That was wonderful.
You'll have that chef salad, though, later, no doubt.
Oh, God, yeah. Just going to get me a fork. But, Marcus,
put that one up and down for number 1. That's Ethan Foster.
This is the kind of game you want to be at. Yeah, kids, say goodbye to the opposing crowd, and you can say hi to them tomorrow on the street. Small town.
23 seconds left. Driving hard inside is number 22, Al Epstein. And he gets a little bit of contact near the baseline.
I'm a huge fan of this kid on the visiting side who was taking photographs all night. We captured him on B-roll back when I was a cameraman doing this game. I'd say back in 2016 or 17. He might be 5 or 6 years old.
That was back in the Bob Stevens days.
Exactly right, sir. That kid's got to be 13, 14 now working in sports journalism. I just love watching these kids grow up in this community. Again, the reason we love coming is for this community. It's such a nice thing to be a part of.
Right.
Feels like we belong. Boy, is it nice to get this invitation every year.
Epstein missed the first. Second one ring around the rim and out. HHP with the rebound. 20 seconds left. We'll have the postgame show coming up. 13.7 to go, 48-35. HHP with a lead over HHCA here at McCall Gymnasium, Rich Basirico Court. Beg your pardon.
Marcus, I know this audience isn't going to be able to watch this evening's Loco Lowdown, but for the people that love high school basketball and want to follow the local journalism, tell us about that broadcast that you're going to be covering.
Well, it's actually the Loco Hoops Report.
Excuse me.
On Tuesdays and Fridays. Mondays and Thursdays is the Loco Lowdown. They've got stuff covering USCB and also the Loco Grind, which covers wrestling, Loco Sports, Justin Jarrett, Wes Kerr, a cast of thousands, including yours truly. From time to time, I was on the Lowdown on Tuesday. This ball game's over. It's something special. The final 50-35, Hilton Head Prep with the win in this matchup of the guys' game of the week, the Summit Services High School Basketball Series. We've got the post-game show coming up. Kevin and I with that next. 50-35 HHP with a win. Back after this on WHHI Sports TV.
Have you joined the Express Comfort Club from Summit Services Heating and Air? It's the ultimate way to keep your cool. Membership is free and includes discounts on routine maintenance, 15% discount on all repairs, 3-year parts and labor warranty, no overtime charges, plus other benefits. Your comfort is just a call away. To sign up for Express Comfort Club, call 843-836-2653.
We can handle it all. Call Summit. Call Summit. Call SummitServices.com.
Welcome into the postgame show of the Summit Services High School Basketball Series, brought to you by Summit Services Heating and Air. It's the guys' game of the week. Marcus Walsh, Richard Barron, Connor Campbell, Kevin Libby, we're all with you here on the postgame show. Coach, talk about what you saw out of Connor Campbell tonight and your entire team with a big 50-35 win over HHCA, coming off that championship against HHCA a year ago. Big matchup, big rivalry.
Yeah, these games are always tough, competitive, a lot of energy, a lot of intensity when you play Hilton Head Christian. Connor, we played a really solid floor game on the offensive end, but his defense was outstanding. He defended Harry most of the game, who's really a great shooter, great scorer, and I thought he stuck with him. He was really intense with his defense, and I'm not sure if he even came out till the very end. So he played hard minutes the whole time. So, and of course he was inspired by his sister getting her 1,000-point earlier. So we got to give credit to his twin, who also had a big night.
We'll certainly talk to Courtney soon. Talk about what you've got coming up with your team real quick.
Well, this is just the first of our, region games. We've got John Paul coming up on Tuesday, and they're much improved and really going to be a tough test. Every game is. When we play together, when we move the ball, we defend well, we've got a chance to beat just about anybody. But we've got a little bit of that devil inside of us that we've let out at a couple games. Our Savannah Country Day was one of them, where if we're not focused, we can give it up. But today we were really focused and got some big plays. Everybody made key plays at key moments.
Kev?
Connor, for the young kids out there that watch you play amazing two-way basketball, offense and defense, what do you say to someone that wants to be like you when they grow up?
Just play hard every possession, try your best, always work after practice, before practice, and just play with your teammates, have fun.
There is no quit in these Campbells. Thanks for having us in your house.
Thank you.
Tell you what, this was a phenomenal night, 50-35. HHP over HHCA, a very entertaining girls game as well that you'll see this week on WHHI Sports TV. For Kevin Libby, Larry Jacomot, Jeremy Pope, and Jerry Faulkner, our special guest, I'm Marcus Walsh. Thanks for joining us in the Summit Services Heating and Air High School Basketball Series. It was the guys' game of the week. We'll see you next week. That's Hilton Head, Bay River, next week on WHHI Sports TV. Until then, from Bacall Gymnasium, Coach Basirico Court, so long, everybody. We'll see you next week.